So the NFL has decided to take all of the money and put a playoff game, not a regular season game, a playoff game on Peacock, just one. Now, there's 2 total games next year on Peacock, right? There's the Black Friday game.
No, that's Amazon.
That's Amazon.
December 23rd, the night before Christmas Eve, is a Saturday night game. I believe the game is Bills-Chargers, which could be a big one.
Could be very big.
Yeah.
So they sold 2 games to Peacock. Now, Peacock is obviously a branch of NBC, so they have the contract already with NBC for the Sunday night package. But they allowed NBC to put 2 games on Peacock, their streaming service. One Saturday night, you said, December 23rd, and then the Saturday night wildcard game.
Yeah, so Saturday, December 23rd, NBC at 4:30 is airing Bengals-Steelers. Then at 8 o'clock, Peacock exclusively will have the Bills and Chargers. That's your Saturday doubleheader.
And then the wildcard Saturday night.
Then the wildcard Saturday night.
It's unfortunate. This is unfortunate because the NFL has usually followed the model of put the games where people are. Where the people are is where we want the games, okay? And we do understand that we will draw an audience to those platforms that wasn't there before, but the audience is there, and we just got to click over to that channel. This happened when the NFL swapped from NBC to Fox back in the early to mid-'90s. Nobody was watching Fox besides The Simpsons. And they said, you know what, we're going to take a chance. But you didn't have to buy a different package for that. You just had to flip to that channel. This happened in the late 80s when the NFL went to cable. The NFL sold that deal to Turner and ESPN. They split that Sunday night package. But again, you could just buy cable or have cable and go to that channel. Now, I didn't have cable growing up, but if I did convince Papa Amendo to buy cable for football, my mom would have gotten a million other channels. My dad would have gotten a million other channels. And my younger brother and younger sister would have gotten kids' channels, etc., Nickelodeon, what have you. A lot of other stuff came with it. The NFL today is selling to exclusive streaming partners, meaning you have to sign up for that and that only. Sure, okay, you sign up for Peacock and you get old SNL reruns and you get The Office and whatever, but it's a primary service that you're paying for just that channel, that offering. Same thing with Amazon. You got to pay for that, for the Amazon Prime. And this is, I think, a real mistake by these leagues by taking the cash that's out there from all of these Silicon Valley billionaires. What's Bezos not going to pay for Amazon Prime to have an NFL package? What's Peacock, what's the NBC Peacock combination not going to spend? It is making a deal that you know is not necessarily good for the growth of the sport or the audience, but you're doing it because the cash is there. You know, you could argue on all of the other decisions before you get to Amazon, Peacock games, etc. Hey, you know what? The audience is already there. They just got to find this channel. This is not good for the audience. This is forcing your audience to go find a game and pay for it. When it was on the Yahoo thing and the Twitter thing, it was not a good experience for the consumer. They had to have Twitter. They had to go to Yahoo. But again, those are free services as long as you have the internet. This is just taking the cash. It's simply taking the cash, knowing we are well aware it's not better for the consumer. It's not better for the audience. And when I rail on the NFL for its incredible greed, its overarching piggishness, this is what I'm talking about. It gets dolled up in this. You got to evolve. That's how they always doll it up. Got to evolve. Got to expand the market. We love going to Germany. Look at how much the fans love this in Germany. Got to go to London. Look at how many international fans we have. Got to expand the game. Got to expand the footprint. Meantime, as I've said, why should we care if Germany likes the NFL? Why should we care if the Brits like the NFL? The NFL dolls it up. Now, Amazon, Twitter, Yahoo,
Google, Yahoo, Facebook, Twitter.
now Peacock. They'll say, well, this is where people are going. Cord cutting is happening. People are going to these places, streaming devices. And they'll doll it up. We've got to evolve. But this isn't better for you. This is not better for me. It's not better for anybody. It's definitively worse. You could either flip through the channels that you have, either cable or your antenna, your rabbit ears if you still have that, or whatever it is that you use to watch NBC for Sunday Night Football the rest of the year. You're going to end up watching 20 games on NBC on Sunday nights. You could have it there, but no, now they're going to get you, going to gouge you to download this app, to get it on your TV or your tablet, to pay the fee, to pay the subscriber fee. You might sign up for one game for 1 month, and now you got to remember, I got to cancel this. I got to make sure that doesn't, I got 30 days. I rolled over another $12.99. I got to make sure my smart TV is set up. And, it's fine for an audience that's under the age of 30. They're used to all this. But for an audience such as my dad, for an audience that even is my age group and older, and they're mid to late 40s or 50s, this is cumbersome. And it's not good for the audience. And what the NFL is doing is they're bleeding every last bit of dollars and cents from anywhere they can turn, and they don't really care about the audience. And that's when you start being untethered. I think they've got such a grip on us that it doesn't matter. Everybody's mad all of the time of the NFL for one reason or the other, but we keep watching. This case, though, is a $110 million deal, right? $110 million they got for the 2 games on Peacock. Let's really make it 1 game on Peacock, because nobody really is going to go crazy that they can't watch Bills and Chargers. It's a great game, but this is about the playoff game that most people are going to go like, what the hell? They got $110 million for 1 playoff game, which means every team, 30 teams, got $4 million on this? Between $3 to $4 million. So Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones and John Mara and the Rooneys, Steve Bisciotti, all these guys, they decided, is this good for the audience? And everybody said no. And they said, but you get an extra $4 million if you say yes. And they all said yes. They all said yes. So what's the cost of screwing your fans? None of them truthfully would say this is better for the audience, better for the consumer. It's just keep it on NBC. Nobody would say this is better. Not one voice in that room would say this is better. Ask Robert Kraft. Ask Jerry Jones. Ask Stan Kroenke. Ask these guys, is this better for your fans to make them download an app or a streaming service and pay and put on a smart TV or a laptop or a tablet? Is it better? None of them could say yes. But what they did was they turned their head, they handed their fist out, and they were paid $3.5 million per and said, yeah, I could do that. That's what sucks. That's what's hard. None of them could honestly say it's better, but they turned, they held their hand out, they got $3.5 million per person, and they said, well, I could live with that.